I got another one for y'all, man. Got another one for y'all. First and foremost, before I even get to talking about anything, I do want to thank y'all for being phenomenal supporters, phenomenal listeners. I don't have anywhere for you guys to leave a comment just yet. But I wish I had a way to like say you can reach me here, you can reach me there, but really just stay tuned. It's okay not to be okay should have social media addresses soon. There should also be like a Gmail soon. I don't know. See, the difference between men and women for real when it comes to stuff like that is I'm saying like, ooh, I hope y'all can engage, interact and all that with me. But like real talk, I know men don't be wanting to talk to men about men shit. Men will rather, take the keys and apply the keys, with or without thinking who they got the keys from. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm here, I want to thank the No Ceilings podcast. I don't know none of them personally from a can of paint, but they get your mind jogging if you are urban, or if you need to understand anything urban, or you're anywhere in between that intersection, or you just want to hear someone with a street background talk with a real sense of intelligence. That's a podcast y'all should listen to. You don't got to agree with everything he's saying. I don't agree with everything he's saying, but he's intelligent. I know some people are going to hate me for this. The Joe Budden podcast. Even if you're not listening to it for Joe, Ish, Ice, and Parks, they all have, sorry about that. Ooh. Man, that sucks. But either way, y'all with me. Y'all riding with me. But nah, they all have an abundance of knowledge. So, and with the Joe Budden podcast, you could listen to that for some jokey jokes and mess around and learn something. You feel me? What I find interesting about Glasses Malone, and that's the No Ceilings podcast, is he doesn't smoke or drink. And he was a gang member, or he still is actively, I believe. I don't know, whatever. He's in his 40s. I don't believe he actively trying to start some shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I don't think he in there. You know what I mean? He probably didn't did what he's supposed to do. We talking about niggas in their 40s. I don't think niggas in their 40s trying to dust up anything. I would hate to even think that late 30s and 40s, I would hate to think anybody in that age bracket is trying to cause any dust ups. 9 times out of 10, we got kids on kids on kids, or, somebody we feel like we need to school later on so they can have the proper keys to what's going on. So I would hope people ain't trying to cause dust ups in their 40s. And wow, that is a perfect segue to what I want to talk about. I want to talk about composure, guys. Composure. All right. So, composure. Composure is the state or feeling of being calm and in control of oneself. I want to read that again because, in this podcast space, what I do notice is the only reason I repeat stuff over and over and over and over again, because y'all probably notice, sometimes I'll be like, let me run that back. But what I noticed in the podcast space is in a lot of areas it's segmented. So they might be pushing a certain amount of time for news, a certain amount of time for fun facts or something, a certain amount of time for another segment, and then a certain amount of time to close out things. It's okay not to be okay. We ain't got to do that here. You feel me? We ain't got to do that here. We just go with it, roll with it here, you know? So that's why I run things back. So, and also because, you know, sometimes you might miss out on it and then you want to rewind it back. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I don't just listen to the two I mentioned. I also listen to a few more, but those are the ones I'm shouting out because, for one, I wish I had a Saturday episode to listen to, Joe. Me being a selfish fan that you probably don't care about. I ain't mad at your shit. You ain't got to care about me, man. You doing your thing. But the other reason I shouted, you know, I just feel like if this is hitting the target audience I believe it's hitting, and shout out to the people in Australia, shout out to the people in the UK, shout out to all the people that's not in the US. A very special shout out to the people in the US though. But I wasn't under the belief that I had a worldwide reach with this type of platform. I was getting off my mental health woes and woes and processes and all that, like just to like I be getting off my mental health. I be trying to iron out my mental health things in real time, damn near. You feel me? I owed the world that Kanye episode last episode. I was supposed to say that episode. I got like 4 episodes worth of Kanye on my mind. For real. I ain't getting to none of the stuff I want to talk about with Kanye. I swear I didn't. But this ain't about Kanye. But I try to iron out mental health. I try to iron out the mental health things as I see them fit. I also try to apply my level of empathy towards whatever is going on. Be it if I'm on some sarcastic, if I got a sarcastic feel about the empathy, if I got a serious stance on the empathy, whatever. Like, I'm still giving a piece of my empathy on it. You know what I mean? Like, but it's in any event, I do want to bring it back the way I had it because I did go off a little bit. Composure. Composure is the state or feeling of being calm and in control of oneself. Similar words can be self-control, self-possession, self-command, calmness, equanimity, equilibrium, calm. Man. Sorry, guys. The weather's changing. I'm in the mountains. It's a lot. All right. Where was I at? Equilibrium, calm, coolness, collectedness, serenity, tranquility, poise, presence of mind, self-assurance, impassivity. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm not about to lose my cool for nobody no more. Nobody on this earth deserves to see how I am once I lose my cool. You know, they say never, so I ain't gonna say never. But I promise to my listeners, to my family, to God, and most importantly, to myself, that I will never be the person I used to be. The funny part about me and my life and how things are going with me is I am the furthest removed from my most aggressive self, and people will people attach a lot of aggressiveness to my tone and to the things I say. And every time somebody get mad at something I say, I really get to thinking like, you gonna let somebody get you mad at the way they talking? They not talking harm. They not talking foul. Even if they talking harm and foul, is it a direct threat? If someone is taking a jab at your psyche with or without knowledge, I don't know how to react to that. It's your psyche. It's a self-esteem thing too. Like, I've been chilling. I've been trying to stay out the way, off the radar. Don't care to be in nobody's face. Don't care to be in the mix of nothing. It's a lot of shit I don't care for. Because I purposely try to place myself in a position not to stand out, I stand out in every sense of the word. I stand out if I'm too loud. I stand out if I'm too quiet. I stand out if I have an opinion. I stand out if I don't have an opinion. I stand out if I'm trying to be peaceful. So there's no way that I wouldn't stand out losing my fucking cool. Alright. A couple days ago, I was in this same spot telling you all that sometimes you got to convince yourself that you're not tripping. Because the world wants to convince you that you are. But think of certain things in certain circumstances. Let's walk down memory lane. Hypothetically, if you made any kind of sacrifice for somebody else, and they use little things to try and throw you off the fact that the goal is bigger than the little issues at hand, nitpicking at every issue at hand, all you could do is be you in that situation. Don't ever underestimate the power that shutting the fuck up has. It has great benefits. It has not so great benefits all the same. But I'm gonna tell you, I don't know who I'm talking to out there on this podcast space, right? I'm a talker though, right? Y'all know I'm a talker because shit, y'all have sat with me. I have more than 500 listens on 15 episodes. Now, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that in pure shock and amazement. You feel me? And when I get to 1,000 listens, I'm gonna announce that to y'all too. And when I get to 2,000, I'm gonna announce that to y'all too. I'm gonna announce 1,000, then I'm gonna announce 2,000. And then I'm gonna chill. I might wait, and then I'm gonna announce 5,000. I hit 10,000 listens. I'm going to find a way to make it worth everyone that has ever listened to me. I'm gonna find a way to make it worth y'all while, all y'all. But I gotta make it to that many listens first. Because realistically, let's just say on 500 plays, right? Actually, on 600, let's just say on 630 plays, that's only 62 cents in ad revenue. I had to chill out for a second before I could even get ad space. So if y'all see my name on there, don't be afraid. Look, it's a Cash App sign, and you can type in my real name on here. Y'all follow it. My real name, no spaces. My face will pop up. I got on glasses, my hair in a bun. Donate. I ain't telling you donate. I'm asking. You feel me? You ain't got to, because I'm going to keep spitting this. I'm going to keep spitting this pod in your ear. This podcast ain't going nowhere. I ain't going to say nothing about nothing else. But what I do know is that most things that we want to achieve is a journey. It's not a destination. I know I've had to say this at least 10 times on here. You feel me? So I'm not afraid. I'm never afraid to show y'all the ins and outs. You know. What I want y'all to also realize is when you a loud motherfucker and you talk all the time, because a lot of us do, we just blurt and blurt and blurt and blurt and blurt. There's a different kind of power in your silence. It's a different kind of power in your silence. When you communicate, and you're in constant communication with somebody, if y'all on constant communication and then one of y'all go silent, there's a power in that. There's a certain power in shutting the fuck up. I talk a lot. I definitely know when to shut the fuck up. Sometimes I fuck up and forget when to fucking shut the fuck up. But guess what? I do. I make sure I shut the fuck up. I make sure I don't play no games. For real. Bear with me on the season change, though. Let me tell y'all the streak of weather days I had to deal with. I went from high 60s on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? Yeah, I know I'm saying did, not day. But Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I dealt with like above normal temperatures. Going right into Saturday, shit was crazy. And now going into today, which is Sunday, it got even colder. I started seeing snow and some more cold with the wind. You feel me? So it's just a lot. I know y'all don't care nothing about that. But anywho, there's a power in silence. There's a power in remaining calm. To all my fellas in relationships, there is a certain value in being able to just walk away. You have to take advantage of the power. You have to just get up and distance yourself. For real, because if you this is why like the Composure episode started because of a rift in my relationship. Real shit. I'm not beefing with her, but what affects her in certain ways don't affect me in certain ways. I write certain shit off A lot of shit she don't write off. I've sat there and apologized for some things that I've done. And she just went and rehashed. And I know I've been working on not even going at her like that. I know I have. So that's why when I say you got to convince yourself that you're not tripping sometimes, it's the absolute truth. Like, what's his name? His name is, it's not Stat Quo. Sci-Hi the Prince. Sci-Hi the Prince has a song called I Can't Let Y'all Trick Me Out the Streets. And that's how I feel about my life. I can't let people trick me out of what's destined for me. I've done it before. I'll never do it again. I know what my worth is. I want y'all to understand, like, don't let nobody trick y'all out of y'all place in life. You know what you're worth. You know what you deserve coming into this shit. You know what you deserve. You know what you put out in the world. You know what you need to receive. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise or different, because they lying, bro. Like, outright lying. It's not even a point. It's like you, like I remember. I overheard somebody talking about how they know their worth a couple years ago, and ignorant me. That's what I'm saying. Like, this what blows me about a lot of other things too. Like, people just expect you to be this perfect motherfucker. If I was just some perfect motherfucker, I'd be in some place a little more perfect than this. It wouldn't be okay not to... It would not be okay to not be okay if I was just some perfect motherfucker. Like, I don't understand why life has to present itself with the type of challenges it do when you're under the belief that you're on your best behavior. Even when the devil's busy. Like, now I gotta know that I'm not allowed to joke about certain shit. I shouldn't even make a joke about certain shit no more. Because certain shit is a sore spot. How would I know? If the dialogue was never opened about certain things that could be sore spots, how would I know that certain things are sore spots? Yeah, this episode is about composure, and I don't sound like I got a lot of it right now, but if y'all knew what I wanted to say to the person I had a riff with, then y'all would know that I had a whole knapsack of composure, accompanied with a duffel bag of composure, wearing a Composure hoodie and some Composure shoes. The most composed person in the room. I walked in that store. I went to a store. I ain't gonna lie. So she blew up on me. Because she blew up on me. Think about it. I went to go look for something. Didn't find what I was looking for. Came back in from that. She blew up on me. I went to a different store. When I stepped out the car the second time, I just told her she got it. She right. Whatever. I ain't losing my cool. Losing my cool would have been calling her every 3, 4, and 5 letter name I could think of. And telling her she's out her rabbit ass fucking mind. Because she woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Like, it's crazy. I wake up on the wrong side of the bed. It's O. Let me leave him. She wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Like, I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, not trying to unload on the world or unload on the person beside me or whatever. She wake up on the wrong side of the bed, fucking just on cuss out mode, dog. She woke. Nick, I'm not tripping, bro. I'm not tripping. And I know I'm talking to y'all like I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm just trying to figure this shit out in real time. Women to do this shit to y'all, to throw y'all off of whatever the fuck y'all got going on. Like, I've been on a positive wave for weeks. For weeks. You hear me? Not thinking about a complaint, not trying to complain. Y'all heard me on my last episode. I'm not trying to have a host of complaints. It's not going to get me anywhere. But people wake up agitated. She woke up agitated, blowing up about God knows what. I ain't going to throw her out there because, you know, we got a lot going on. We're in the process of just trying to bust some better moves. And it feel like as soon as we about to get the better, feel like every time something about to make a turn for the better, she spaz out and say some dumbass shit that make me say, damn, do I even want to deal with this shit? Like, for real, like, I've not thrown her name in the mud. I haven't taken a jab at her personality, her character, none of that shit. I just say she having a bad day. I bet you she on Twitter talking trash. Or I bet you she went on Twitter and talked some trash. I went on Twitter last time, I promise y'all, I went on Twitter and just was like, look, I'm going to remain to be me. I'm going to stay me. I'm going to stay water. I'm not going to let the BS get in the way or influence what's going on or whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. I'm going to stay positive. And that's the main thing. That's what I'm going to keep. I'm going to stay positive. I ain't going to get in the way of nothing. And I'm not going stunt the groove of what's going on. Like, people don't understand how hard it is to be the bigger person all the time. I just heard somebody say they don't want to kiss no ass. But look at the position you in. You might have to kiss some ass. It's okay. It's temporary. People be stressing over shit like it's about to change their whole life. Why? You can't be a square for a year? You such a rebel that you can't be a square for a year. But you didn't put yourself in a mathematical place to thrive as not being a square for a year. We're somewhere where we gotta be squares for a year. I currently reside in a place where I cannot catch a paper cut. That shit might make the fucking newspaper if I caught a paper cut. I just need y'all to know what I'm up against. So if y'all hear me spazzing, it ain't y'all fault. I'm venting on here so I can keep my composure in this world. I don't need no advice. I'm cool. Comments and suggestions will be alright if y'all got them. I'm just letting y'all know it's okay not to be okay. My last episode was about Kanye, but it shifted on some shit that's bled out into this episode about composure that I'm going to keep. I ain't letting nobody trick me out my spot, man. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Like, it's not worth the bullshit. It ain't worth the nonsense. It ain't worth the stress, the drama, the trouble. I refuse to let anyone trick me out of my spot. I know what I'm here for. If anyone else feels like any other way about what they're here for, that's on them. All I'm saying to y'all, because I keep sidebarring, but it all ties. Don't let nobody knock you off your pivot. Don't let nobody, make you rethink your position in life and what's destined for you and what you here to do. Don't let nobody tell you, nobody. I don't care if it's your mama. I don't care if it's your daddy. I don't care if it's your kids. I don't care if it's the person who means the most to you that's not those people, because we put those people in a separate category. Like, you got your family, you got your friends, your importance of friends, and you got your significant others, all that. Look, I don't care who the person is. Don't let them make you reconsider your position in life and what you got going on. Only you can decide to be a better person than you was the day before. Only you can make the real decisions to not let outside factors affect what you got going on inside. And that could be in several instances. Like, you shouldn't let nothing going on outside your house affect what's inside your house. Don't let nothing that's going on outside of you, outside of your brain, and how you seeing things, don't let nothing like that affect what you got going on. If you got bullshit in front of you, know that you better than that bullshit in front of you. We got to make it to the next day. We all got goals and we all try and make it to the next day. That's the best way I could put this, the way y'all could understand what I'm saying out my mouth. People gonna try and knock you off your pivot. People gonna try and make you feel like you negative. If you not, perception and reality ain't the same shit. Feelings and reality ain't the same shit. If I made you feel some kind of way, that's your feelings. That's not my feelings. You're projecting what you feel about what I said onto me to label it something of mine's. I want y'all to think about what I just said. If I say something to you and it make you feel some kind of way, that's on your feelings. That's not on what I said to you. Unless I said something crazy or malicious or outlandish. A curse word, nigga, come on. And especially if we know each other or whatever, you let a cuss word get between us, then that's on you. Whatever. You let me be sarcastic, laugh, and joke on your ass, that's on you. Whatever. I ain't say nothing about harming. I ain't say nothing to knock you down. Nothing wild or crazy. You shouldn't take it as nothing of the sort. If I can't wake up and be on jokes with you, I just know not to wake up and be on jokes with you. Like, people will really make you think. And then you got to overthink. And you got to triple think. And you got to quadruple think. Moral of my story, because I ain't about to keep going, is stay cool, y'all. Stay cool. Stay focused on what you got to do. Don't let nothing take you down on what you got to do. Because you know what you got to do. Nobody else knows what you have to do except for you. All right? So regardless of if y'all paid attention to what I said over the last 35 minutes, or if y'all didn't, Because I know I went in several other directions. If y'all made it this far, my advice to you, stay focused, stay on your grind, stay on your pivot. Don't let nobody trick you out of your spot. Don't let nobody trick you out of what's important to you in life. And if your vision ain't somebody else's vision, that is also okay. Everything ain't always got to be aligned. We are each other's own universe. I probably said that shit every episode since I've been recording, so I know y'all done heard that shit at least 50 times. Don't forget to protect your universe. You don't have to harm anybody else's universe to protect yours. You don't. You don't got to step on nobody's toes to keep yours clean. You don't. You feel me? Somebody giving you a sign that they might need some time to themselves. You give them that time to themselves. It might not be as long as you want it to be, but you give it to them. You just let it go. You feel me? Because I'm not gonna keep score, because I ain't a keep score ass nigga. I appreciate whatever anyone chooses to do for me. I'm going to appreciate it. And that's all I can do. As far as feelings and emotions and all that shit, my shit got ruined a long time ago. So, I'm sorry if that affects anybody moving forward. But I have a full fucking whole podcast called It's Okay Not to Be Okay. So, obviously, I'm not totally okay. And obviously, there's a lot of listeners on here that's either nosy or not totally okay as well. And thank y'all for joining me and holding hands with me through this crazy, intricate yet boring journey called life. And the devil be busy, y'all, I swear. And I'm not going to elaborate on that. Just know the devil be busy, because when I was thirsty, I couldn't find a cup of water in the ocean. You understand me? I couldn't find a cup of water in the bottled water factory. I couldn't find a cup of water I couldn't find a cup of water anywhere clean, drinkable water is accessible. I had a desert pocket surrounding me when I was thirsty. And now I ain't thirsty, and I got a little sand on the beach. Y'all should see how the life is going. But that's all my time, man. Stay cool, y'all. Stay composed. The best part of being an adult is knowing that you made a lot of kiddie mistakes along the way, so you don't have to be in no kind of young ass, kid ass, fuck that shit ass mindset. You could always be looking to better the situation, to give things time to cool off, to whatever, to look at alternatives that don't have to be so brash or so, you know what I mean? Cause it's just, I feel like this world we live in is weird, and people will literally wait till they got every opportunity in the world to want to fuck up those opportunities. I'm not better than nobody. I have blown so many opportunities that I'm just like, I'm maybe a little more cautious than I've ever been. Because there's been times I've been so reckless with shit that, you know, that shit don't seem to pan out. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't fucking know. That's all I can say. I promise to have a better episode for y'all next time. I really do. And I'm not going to only come out here when I'm venting, because I really want to give y'all the best experience possible. I'm not where I need to be at just yet. I'm glad y'all bearing with me. I'm also thankful for all of the listens. It means a lot to me. I'm getting like double digits a day. Don't know how or why. I'm not promoting it anywhere for the most part. So I don't know where or how or why or who. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is thank you all. And if y'all made it this far, you the real star. And I mean that. I mean that with all my heart. I don't just get on here and hit record for nothing. I know somebody out there might need to hear my voice. Might need to hear me rant about some shit. Or might hear me say, oh, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, whatever the fix is, I hope I provided it. I don't know if I provided it in this episode. I was busy just sorting even more mental shit. I ain't going to hold y'all. But it's okay not to be okay. I love you all. I appreciate you all. You guys are the real stars. I'm just here to make sure I could push y'all a little further than y'all would have been pushed the day before. For sure. And don't forget, it's okay not to be okay. Okay. Don't sue me, Drake.